Hey guys, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the scientific community and beyond, Skinwalker Ranch, long considered a hotbed for the unexplained, became ground zero for one of the most chilling discoveries in recent memory. What started as a typical research mission into the bizarre electromagnetic phenomena surrounding the mesa quickly escalated into something that left researchers stunned and the government scrambling. NASA stepped in, evacuated the area, and allegedly confiscated what might be the most startling evidence of extraterrestrial or unknown life ever unearthed on American soil. The question now is, what did they find, and why are they keeping it from the world? It all began when researchers had been drilling an 8-in-wide borehole into the mesa, a spot believed to contain an underground dome-like structure first detected back in 2021. Scans from that time had revealed highly reflective shapes that seemed to mirror the construction of aerospace materials, something no one could explain. After months of slow, careful drilling, the operation came to a grinding halt when all their equipment inexplicably lost signal. Right before the blackout, their instruments recorded a violent spike in electromagnetic energy. And then nothing. Whatever was beneath the surface had just woken up. Alarms were raised, confusion swept through the team. They had been treading carefully, expecting perhaps old rock or underground water. Instead, they encountered something that defied classification, a jelly-like material glowing in surreal shades of pink and green. Unlike anything in the surrounding sediment, this substance appeared to be organic. But from where? Travis and Caleb, two key members of the team, found more of the strange material as they continued to investigate. It shimmered unnaturally under light. In some places, it clung to fragments of what looked like fossilized tissue. That alone would have been enough to send shockwaves through the academic world. But that was just the beginning. Among the samples collected were fragments of ancient wood sent to the University of Utah for analysis. The results left even seasoned experts like Dr. Powers stunned. Under magnification, the wood revealed microscopic pores, signs that it once belonged to a water-loving plant, something that shouldn't have existed in the now arid Utah desert. Even more baffling, the composition of the wood hinted at a species never before catalogued. This wasn't just a piece of an old tree. It was a breadcrumb in a trail leading to a lost, possibly alien ecosystem. The implications were staggering. If this area had once been underwater, home to wetlands or a marsh, it meant the entire climate history of the region needed re-examination. But then, there was the green gel. Chemical analysis showed the gel contained charred remnants of ancient plant matter. At first glance, it looked like the result of wildfire. But the chemical structure suggested something even stranger, that the gel may have acted as a natural preservative, preserving the organic remains for untold centuries. But how and why? These weren't just questions for archaeologists or botanists. They required answers from biochemists, physicists, even aerospace engineers. That's when the attention of NASA reportedly turned toward the ranch. The turning point came when Callista Taylor, a young electrical engineering prodigy, deployed a custom-built sensor platform designed to detect electromagnetic shifts too subtle for traditional tools. Her device, mounted on a drone, scanned the drill site and surrounding East Field, an area notorious for unexplained aerial phenomena. Her drone revealed anomalies that made no sense. GPS tracking showed the drone was being displaced, virtually teleported from one point to another without any visual movement. At one location, data revealed an unnatural drop in elevation, a dip that didn't physically exist. Something was manipulating the sensors, or worse, the environment itself. That's when the drone began losing signal repeatedly over the same spot. Each time, the GPS light flickered green, confirming connection, and then everything went dark. It was almost as if something was jamming or cloaking part of the landscape. Then came the night of the rockets. Hoping to stimulate activity, the team launched small rockets into the sky to measure airborne anomalies. They got more than they bargained for. As the rockets climbed, an object appeared. A silent, glowing presence hovering unnaturally in the sky. It pulsed in rhythmic patterns, blinking deliberately, almost as if communicating. This wasn't a stray flare or weather drone. Its shape, speed, and light signatures defied any known aircraft design. Even more disturbing, as the object moved, signal interference became stronger. Instruments went haywire. Video footage showed multiple bright flashes. Silent, blinding bursts of light illuminating the night sky and casting long, eerie shadows across the desert floor. What happened next is still cloaked in secrecy. Multiple insiders claim that following these sightings, and particularly the strange underground discovery, a NASA liaison arrived at the ranch within hours. The area was cleared. The excavation site was cordoned off. Samples, equipment, and even sensor data were taken. The team was instructed to halt further investigation. Word spread that a biological anomaly had been detected, something not native to Earth. Whether that's true or not, no one outside of the agency has seen the core samples since. Rumors began swirling online and among local insiders that what had been recovered wasn't just strange material, but a fossilized life form. One researcher allegedly referred to it as an intelligent imprint, something that resembled a hybrid between insect and humanoid. One final detail continues to haunt the team: the triangle-shaped region near East Field, long linked to strange sightings and electromagnetic anomalies. It has become the focal point of ongoing investigations. During one test rocket launch, sensors picked up signals below ground forming what looked like a tunnel beneath the mesa. Could this be where the signals were coming from? Could something be moving, alive, deep below Skinwalker Ranch? The team believes it's possible, and that's exactly why NASA moved in. Skinwalker Ranch has always been a place of mystery. Tales of shapeshifters, portals, and strange creatures go back generations. But this is different. This time there is scientific data, physical samples, and high-tech surveillance backing the claims. Something ancient, possibly non-human, may have been buried beneath the mesa for thousands of years. And it's waking up. The only question now is, why is NASA so eager to keep it a secret? As more people dig into the strange events unfolding at the ranch, the story grows darker, more complex, and far more terrifying. Could Skinwalker Ranch be the site of the most important, and potentially dangerous, discovery in human history? We may not have all the answers yet, but one thing's for certain: something is happening at Skinwalker Ranch, and it's not of this world. But just as the team prepared to conduct a follow-up scan of the mysterious dome, everything changed. Without warning, black SUVs and unmarked helicopters descended upon Skinwalker Ranch. The arrival of these vehicles was sudden, swift, and alarming. Researchers were instructed to halt all operations immediately. Within hours, government officials, some identifying as NASA contractors, sealed off the site. Equipment was confiscated. Data storage devices were seized, and all footage of the recent dig was scrubbed from the servers. Whatever was beneath the mesa, someone powerful didn't want it made public. The operation was classified under what was later rumored to be an extraterrestrial hazard containment protocol. In the days that followed, Skinwalker Ranch was placed under a strict no-fly zone. Access to the excavation site was revoked, and security around the mesa intensified. Even longtime researchers like Eric and Travis were denied re-entry. Whispers among the team suggested NASA had taken over operations under direct orders from undisclosed federal agencies. For those who had been on the front lines of the discovery, the sudden shift was both infuriating and chilling. What could be so important, or so dangerous, that it required immediate removal from civilian hands? Callista, whose breakthrough sensor had played a crucial role in detecting anomalies, was among the most shaken. Her project had just begun to yield promising results when it was ripped from her grasp. Worse, she wasn't even allowed to retrieve her prototype. Days later, she received a vague letter from a federal liaison warning her not to discuss the project further, citing national security concerns. Her dream of contributing to scientific discovery had been turned into a cold silence. The warning served as a clear message. This wasn't just about science anymore. It was about control. Back at the university, Dr. Powers found himself under intense scrutiny. The wood samples he had analyzed vanished from his lab, and a quiet but thorough audit of his research began. He later revealed off the record that he had seen something in the sample under extreme magnification that disturbed him deeply. A microscopic structure not found in any known earthly biology. He had barely begun compiling his findings when the samples disappeared. The official explanation was misplaced during transfer, but Powers knew better. Whatever the material was, it was now in the hands of someone with a deeper agenda. Meanwhile, Caleb, Casey, and the rest of the original team held quiet meetings off-site, trying to piece together what had happened. They shared what little data they had salvaged: fragmented graphs, half-finished scans, and blurry drone footage. One frame showed something metallic.